That is wild.
That's insane.
Come on,
Yeah,
man.
waiting for dub is crazy, me personally. But at the same time, no, there's no excuse. I'm not even gonna lie.
No.
I was about to try and make an excuse for you, but there just
No.
isn't one.
I don't know why the sub watchers act like sub is just superior
It is.
to dub. It's not.
Listen,
Let's be
though.
real.
If I have the option, I'm picking dub first, and if I don't have an option, I'm gonna still watch it though. It's not gonna deter me. That just means I gotta pay attention.
Honest. If dub came out like at the same, like when sub drops, dub drops at the same time, I guarantee most people would have been watching sub more than. More people would have been watching dub than sub. Only reason people say they love sub so much is because it comes out faster and they get to actually watch it in real time.
Some of the voice actors just be plainly better.
The voice
Just
acting,
plainly better.
and I like to watch it in its original format.
And sometimes it's not like better to me.
Sometimes it's not.
I've watched like sub and like seen the scenes that people were like, sub is just superior to dub, and then I watch it in dub and I watch it in sub, and I'm like, To me, dub. I think it's just popular to shit on dub.
Yeah, because y'all wait.
No, I'm shitting on
Y'all wait the extra week.
To be honest,
or extra
that could be
the
first. That's the first topic. All right, welcome everybody. Welcome to the StruggleHolics podcast, episode 151. This thing.
Yes, sir.
We are not full today, but we are your host, Clayton.
Jay Smooth.
Alisha. Oh, it's like the old days.
Yeah,
Right.
It's been a while since we had it like that.
Damn.
Mondo got sick, so prayers up for Mondo. He'll be back next week.
Shouts out to my dog.
But yeah. Back to the sub versus dub. Let's be real. I wish I could do a poll. So
What you doing?
We could do one on our socials.
not on the socials. When the video drop,
Mm-hmm.
I want people to comment and say if they truly prefer sub over dub and the reason why. I don't buy the whole you could just feel the emotion way more in sub than you could in dub.
In
Look,
some you can.
What I'll
I feel
tell
like
you,
in
bro,
some, but I feel like people just use it as a crutch.
how you probably felt about Mahito and Jujutsu Kaisen when he was beating Yuji's ass after he took out old girl. In the sub, I promise you, it's 3 times better than you think it is in the dub. I promise you.
Mm-hmm.
No, bro. I'm telling you what I know. Bro.
Because
like certain shows, you're not gonna be able to get to that same level, but in a show like that,
Mahito's dub version was dogging Yuji and like the trash talking. I was like really hating Mahito. I'm like, bro, come on, like
I feel
take
like
this nigga out.
Like some stuff gets lost in translation too.
I mean,
because I've watched both for some. But
it's the same thing. If we did
just
something
like
if we did something in English, then it gets dubbed in Japanese. It's going to be different in general because of the language barrier.
I don't like that. I want to know originally, like how they're saying what they're saying, because that's part of the culture.
yeah,
I want to know how.
I'm not buying it,
Like
bro.
the themes and stuff, I feel like hit better, like in the original format.
I believe niggas is using it as a crutch, and they just shit on dub because it's popular.
But sometimes
it's kind of like the Nickelback. It's kind of like how it's popular to hate on Nickelback, but people
fucking love Nickelback. Standing on that.
Like whatever's popular to shit on,
Nickelback.
it's like we're gonna keep shitting on it, but secretly people really fuck with it. I feel like people shit on dub only because it takes longer to come out.
Yeah.
I disagree, but me personally, it don't even make that much of a difference at the end of the day because I do enjoy both in certain aspects. Like some shows, the dubs are just plainly better. Like in my opinion, Dragon Ball Z, for like the good majority, I prefer the dub.
And
Naruto,
because of
I
like
think Naruto dub is
like,
better personally.
Goku's voice in the other one, I can't, bro. I can't do it.
Another thing, people like to shit on Dragon Ball Z so much, but act like Dragon Ball Z isn't what introduced them into anime.
Before anime got as
you gotta
big
pay,
as
I'm not saying it's the greatest, but
Mm-hmm.
when we was kids, Dragon Ball Z had us in chokehold. So don't sit here and shit on what got you there.
people are shitting on Dragon Ball Z. Did I miss that?
Yeah.
No
People shit on
way.
Dragon Ball
Like
Z
saying
all
it's
the
not
time.
good.
Hell yeah. They say it's not good. They say it's mid as fuck. People say it's mid because they now watch anime and they watch some better storyline or better animation fights or whatever. Anime is cool. I'm not saying Dragon Ball Z is the greatest, but you ain't got to shit on what got you there, what got you into it.
Yeah. It's That's nostalgic.
Because Dragon Ball Z had everybody in the choco trying to go Super Saiyan.
Facts.
Oh God, my nigga. There were so many times I thought I would achieve it, bro.
Then,
what? Come back. My mom be like, "What the fuck you just say?"
Then I had to change my underwear.
When Gohan taught Videl, I caught what you say. I tried to move past it. When Gohan taught Videl how to fly, and she was just a normal human, I'm like, nigga, I could fly if I do this. Oh, bet, nigga, I was in my backyard trying.
About to tap in.
Come on, Dragon Ball Z got it there, but Dub don't get the respect it deserves. And you sub watchers,
I would agree with that. Me being a sub watcher, I would still agree with that. Just from an unbiased perspective.
Subs over dubs. Respectfully.
I will
no hate to y'all though.
I will watch sub if I started watching a show in sub.
That's kind of how I like if I start watching it because I'm like used to the voice and then I'll try to switch it and I'm like I hate this shit. Like I can't do it.
Like when Toji and Jujutsu Kaisen, I couldn't watch it, bro. It was so different from what I heard. I couldn't listen to it in dub because it was fucking me up.
Yeah, I can't do like it. It fucks me up too much, and I just like I'm OCD about it.
Yeah.
So like, okay, this is the voice. This is how I know him as, and then I try to like watch sub, and I'm like, nah. That's why when Crunchyroll be like, hey, this episode isn't in English yet. Do you want to watch in Japanese? Fuck no.
Oh my God.
Fuck no.
You know what? From that perspective, it's definitely valid because I feel the same way about it. Yeah. I usually wouldn't switch unless I got a good reason to.
But why can't people just say that? Why can't people who watch shit in sub be like, I can't watch dub because I started watching it in sub and I can't go back?
That's the only reason though.
But that's
that could be one
there's
of
a choice.
Many reasons.
If there's a choice, I'm going sub. Like if an initial choice is always going to be sub.
So if initial choice, so if Attack on Titan came out the same time English dub, English sub came out at the same time, you would have started off in 2013 watching sub.
Yeah, because I just started Attack on Titan last year, so I had the option
when it first dropped.
I had the option of both. I could have still watched it dubbed up to this point. I just was like, no, I just want to watch it in the original and sub.
Okay.
Even like when I go to rewatch stuff, I'll usually watch it sub. Like, I'm just not a huge. It's like it doesn't hit the same. If I'm gonna do that, I might as well just watch a good old typical animated cartoon or something.
Y'all niggas sound like crack fiends trying to say like, get off the crack and just go back to weed. Man, I might as well. Like I want to feel the high in the original format. I don't want to feel this high off some weed. Like that's how niggas sound right now.
That's funny as hell.
English dub. But yeah, Attack on Titan just dropped dub. And I finally watched. Well, I didn't watch the last episode, but I already knew what was happening.
Yeah.
Because I seen the manga. So, what did y'all think?
I thought the ending originally in the manga, because I read it too, it was horrible. I hated it. I hated damn near every part of it. The fact that Eren was somehow just a crybaby bitch all of a sudden after this nigga was acting so hard and sent the whole army to stomp all over the entire world, and then you gonna tell me this nigga bitch made and didn't go after the girl he wanted? And then he was like, I wouldn't have done it if she would have just like took me then. Nigga, if you don't go get her, if you don't lock her down, my nigga, like what the fuck are we talking about, Eren?
He didn't deserve
that
her.
shit, bro. That shit threw me so bad, bro. I didn't even want to watch the ending. I didn't want to watch it.
He didn't deserve her.
But the anime, it was something about the anime. They just do what they do, bro. And seeing it in life and animated, it made it easier to swallow. It made it a lot easier to swallow. It wasn't nearly as bad.
It's not a bad ending to me. It actually makes sense.
That manga fucked me up, bro. I couldn't.
It actually makes sense in my eyes. Eren's the whole timeline, basically, since what's the first girl who became a Titan? What's her name?
Ymir.
Yeah, since Ymir, Eren basically like, I'm just gonna keep moving forward, even though I know everything that's gonna play out, how this is gonna play out. But if this happens, it's the only thing that could stop me from doing it. she never did it. So it was like, I gotta
Mikasa got to take some blame too. Like that was another thing I had a problem with before the ending, bro.
In a sense, because Eren was playing the role of the first king that basically Ymir was in love with. And Ymir's idea of love was basically fear and respect, where Mikasa was like truly in love with Eren. So that's why, like, when she killed Eren at the end, Ymir was like behind her because she was like seeing herself through Mikasa.
Kissing a decapitated head is crazy.
There's
no justification.
I mean,
stand up, sis.
She never got a chance to. Alisha, what did you think of the ending?
It's kind of lackluster for me. I'm not gonna lie.
Come on.
It definitely was an ending.
Hanji was more impactful to me, bro.
Yeah, that was more impactful. That's like
Hanji was.
There was just better episodes in my opinion. Like the hype that they built around it. It was kind of like even the episode before that. I think was more hype.
Like well, people were thinking that they were going to change the ending because people hated it so much. No,
I don't hate it.
I thought the ending was cool.
Yeah, it was.
But the
end.
You had like
a resolve.
It's a wild ride to watch Attack on Titan because to see where Eren starts at before you like know any of the story to see where Eren starts at to see where it went. It's like. Damn. Like, I can't, like...
You're like, what is it? Wait, what is happening?
Some people don't fuck with Eren. Some people... I fuck with Eren.
I do not fuck with Eren.
I've
talked about it several times on this podcast.
What is your mixed emotions about?
It's like... The reasoning for it, I understand. Because he's just like, hey, get back, nigga. I'm getting back for my niggas. Like, you killed my moms. I'm taking out on
Eren
the whole world.
Killed his mom. Eren technically killed his mom.
But he didn't know that at the time before he anteed up. So it made sense at the time why he was...
But when he found out, the rumbling didn't happen at the time he found out that he was the reason his mom
was he found out when he kissed Historia's hand, bro. That's when it all came back to his head. He knew what he had to do. He already made his bed and he was laying in it. That's the only way he saw them being able to win. So at the same time, that's where the mixed emotions come in, where I kind of get it. You're like, he had to do this, or, I could have killed less of the population, but at the end of the day, where I'm at completely on the other side, like, this is genocide we're talking about here. Like, he's killing an entire world population, my nigga.
Because everybody was against their island. Specifically Marley, but everybody was against
genocide, my nigga.
So he's bottom tier character.
Come on, bro.
That's where the mixed emotions at for me, bro.
Genocide,
I'm like
the disrespect to not only his friends who rode for him forever, the backstabbing.
Because Eren did that on purpose because he wanted them to hate him enough to where like we got to kill him.
Yeah, I know.
If they Mikasa was the only one who's like, I really don't want to do this, but I know I have to. She was the only one who could do it. Everybody else would have froze up. Eren had to make them mad enough at him to like want to kill him because it's like, what I'm about to do, y'all have to hate me to do this.
Stand on that.
All y'all gonna, because if Eren didn't do what he did, it was gonna fall under the whole anime trope. Naruto talk no jutsu. They gonna try to talk Eren out of doing this, talk this nigga ear off. Attack on Titan's like, fuck all that. We ain't doing that. Fuck all y'all. Y'all can eat a dick. Suck my dick from the back. That's why I turned your mom to a fucking Titan. That's why I did blah, blah, blah. Beat the shit out of Armin. He had to make them niggas hate him. So that way, when it's time to kill me, that's why.
90% of the population, though. Nigga couldn't do 50, 40.
Nah.
Bro.
Everybody
he could have did a fake me out real quick. Like, I'm about to do the rumbling.
Everybody got to go because everybody already feared Parody for doing that. So everybody was already planning on attacking them, but they were fighting each other first before going to do that, before Parody knew what the hell was going on. So when Eren realized what the fuck was going on, I was like, oh, okay, so all y'all want to come at us? Bet. The whole world getting stumped out now. Now it's y'all against us. And my army's bigger.
It's fucking Eren for me. Honestly, I didn't like some of the other characters that kind of just... I felt like the whole thing was like obviously mainly about Eren. I like anime when they like develop other characters. Yeah, you can still have a main character and still develop like Mikasa. But like the other characters, I feel like they kind of were really like into their storylines, and they kind of fell flat toward the end. And it was all about Aaron and what he's doing and what he's about to do and how we're gonna take him out. So that kind of was annoying.
I mean, Attack on Titan really like people had character development, but the story really just follows Aaron, Mikasa.
Yeah.
It was like John and Connie, like what they just got better fits and better hair.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what
Especially Connie, they was really talking about him and like his family and stuff. I guess kind of.
Except when he was like trying to feed Falco to his mother.
Yeah, Falco and Gabby and all that. Like I was right.
Gabby, fuck Gabby.
Gabby.
She turned it around.
Gabby.
She turned it around.
She's
Gabby's the
I'm not gonna lie.
baddest.
Old girl got saved by Mikasa for real.
If
I was Mikasa, me personally, I would have. Go ahead.
A lot of people say Mika's Gabby is basically Aaron in the beginning of the story. Like her except her character was able to see the flaws of her way and turn it around. But people were drawing comparisons between her and Aaron. I didn't like Gabby from the first episode they showed her in.
Why? Because she's a bad bitch.
No, Mikasa's a bad bitch. Because Sasha's a bad bitch. Hanji
What's different? What's different what she's doing than what they were doing? Like
her arrogance. Her arrogance. And
Aaron wasn't arrogant like that, bro.
Aaron wasn't cocky at all. No. Aaron got humbled a lot.
Bro, remember when they rigged his,
in the very beginning
gear? So he would fail and he was looking dumb?
No. But he was still arrogant. He's like, I'm on a mission. I'm going to kill Titans. I'm going to go to the promised land.
You're on that mission, but Gabby was like arrogant and shit. And the part that really just got me is when her and Falco, I didn't even, like when she killed Sasha, I'm like, it is what it is. Collateral damage, you know.
Oh, that was
that's one of those gray areas to where like technically Gabby isn't wrong for killing Sasha because y'all came to their home, blah, blah, blah. When you see, you know, when you get to Parody and you see these people really ain't that different, blah, blah, blah. But you sitting here going like, you know, we're the good Eldians. Y'all the devils. That sounds like, you know, I'm not with these niggas. I'm the good black person. Like
the delusion.
That like
that was funny.
Her arrogance and then her doing that just like rubbed me the wrong way. And then when Falco got cracked upside the head with a bottle saving her because dude was in love with Sasha and he found out that Gabby killed Sasha and he cracked Falco instead. Oh my God, I wanted that to be Gabby so bad. I wanted him to go.
She still got knocked out. I mean, like he socked her in her shit.
Barely anything, bro. Falco got cracked upside the head with a bottle. I was pissed. Hilarious.
No,
I was hoping she got taken out though. The
sniper was cold though. She's a sniper for real.
The sad part is like before in the first part of season 4, where Aaron and them are watching, when Aaron and them are in Marley like undercover and all that shit. Aaron see that little kid with his family and everything. He's crying, apologizing to him. He's crying, apologizing to him because he's like, hey, I'm gonna kill you.
Bruh,
I'm gonna kill you. I didn't like. He's crying. I'm like, damn, like, why are you so sad? Like, because they poor and shit? Like, no, he crying because
they poor and shit.
Like, why did I even save you, bro? It's pointless. I'm literally about to have my nigga stomp on you.
I didn't know Aaron was talking to his granddad during that scene. That dude started going crazy. Yeah. I didn't know that was Aaron's granddad.
Yeah, it's crazy how they make this shit work and connect.
You know what character I hate the fucking most, though?
Who?
All the characters, more than Aaron, fucking Zeke, bro. When Levi cut that thing, I was so happy. That actually was the best part for me.
That's the reason I love Zeke, is because I just like him getting washed by Levi.
Bruh, I hated him so bad.
Levi was up 3-0 in the series and then Zeke blew himself up. That was the only way he got back in, man.
Yeah. That is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Because he bodied him 3 straight times, bro.
Oh, God.
Don't fuck with them Ackermans, man. They got Ackerman in their name. You might leave it alone. But what's some other topics we got?
Okay, so we kind of missed this when all the Cat Williams stuff was happening because it was so many bombshells all at once. But Gypsy Rose got out of prison 2 weeks ago, I believe. She's been on a big press run and everything, telling her story about how she got out and whatnot.
For those who don't know who Gypsy Rose is, I don't know that much about Gypsy Rose. I just heard of the movie and stuff. Do y'all know more about
I'll tell the whole team because I watched I went in a deep dive. I watched her whole series in one day. And then I did like 20 Google searches and watched the documentary. Yeah. So Gypsy Rose Blanchard and her mom, she was a single mother, and she basically had what's it called? Munchausen syndrome by proxy.
Yes.
Where basically she made Gypsy Rose seem like she was sick as a child, like her whole life.
Like health disorders.
And then not only did she pretend that she was sick, like leukemia, put a feeding tube in her, like went to all these doctors, and she would change doctors frequently so they couldn't catch on.
Shave her head
to make it seem like she had cancer. And then she even got like a house from like Habitat from Humanity, because this was during Hurricane Katrina and all that. So this is another reason why she said like she didn't have medical records, because they were always wiped in the hurricane. So, time goes on and people start to, suspect like, what's going on? Like Gypsy can't leave the house. She's in a wheelchair and she keeps saying she's 15, but she starts to progress. She starts to get older and she just keeps making up all kinds of lies. Says she's allergic to sugar, like feeds her mainly through a feeding tube. Like she doesn't even like eat actual food. And like she's making her saying that she's ill. So people are like, that's kind of weird. But the donations are rolling in. They're winning prizes, because they're on the TV and everything. The neighbors are still thinking it's sketch, but whatever. So eventually, Gypsy starts getting a little older and starts to catch on to her mom's ways. And her mom's getting ill too. Her mom ends up getting like diabetes, whatever. So she starts catching on, turns out she's like 19 when her mom's been saying she's 15 this whole time. And she starts getting interested in men. That's how you do this, how these girls do it. So she meets one guy and they're chatting. She goes to his house and like the mom pulls up to the house and like basically it was like, she's only 14 and like basically she keeps her shelter her whole life. So then she gets a laptop. She gets a phone. Mm-hmm. She starts, seeing the world. Like this is peak, like 2008, 2009, like going into the,
So Gypsy older than us?
Yeah, I think she's like 32 now. Maybe mid-30s now.
She did some time in the pen, brother.
I thought she was young.
She did 10 years in the pen. So, yeah, she meets this guy. She starts chatting with him online. And, she's like, hey, how are you? And he's clearly has some mental struggles as well. And basically, she's like, I hate my mom. She suffered abuse as well. Like, her mom would tie her to the bed and leave her there for days at a time and say, you're never going anywhere. So, long story short, she starts talking to this guy on chat and it's like, hey, come see me. Hit him with the come see me. And he drives all the way, to see her from a different state. And they meet up and they link and they're like, oh, we're in love. They bang in like the movie theater bathroom one time.
Oh, yeah.
Like to escape from the mom. I want to get into this because people think she's really innocent and are rooting for her. And I have a hot take. So,
thank you.
So she ends up like, this boy obviously falls in love with her. They met on a Christian mingle site, mind you, like Christian mingle. Christian mingle.
They was just starting to pop off, brother.
Her name was Come Get You Psalms.
Mind you, he's into like, what is it called? Like BDSM and all that, and you're wrong for that.
That's what I'm saying.
You're wrong for that.
Come get you some of this.
And it's always the Christian. No offense, but the Christian mingle people I know are the freaks because they're in the chat, and the chat's getting kind of they would like do things on the video. And mom hasn't really caught on yet, but she she got a phone, little talk to text like minute phone, and so eventually she's like I wish somebody could just take my mom out. Like laughing kind of, and she's like, and
that nigga said,
I beg your pardon.
He's like, and she's like, do you think that you would basically have the balls to do something like that? And then we could be together forever. Like mom won't be in the picture anymore. So they're kind of like, just not really talking about it, but talking about it. And he's like, don't play because I love you. I'll do anything for you. Mind you, he, once again, mentally ill, struggle. He had like other prior convictions for like masturbating in bathrooms and stuff. Like this guy's a whack. So long story short, he comes and says, I'm about to come through. She gets the knife for him. She gets the gloves for him. Mom's sleeping in the back room. She's like, all right, babe, this is what we got to do to be together. And he goes in there and stabs her to death in her sleep and kills mom. And then not only do they do that, they take all the money from all the donations and everything that mom's been getting through the years, and they dip. Mind you, everyone's only seen her like in a wheelchair, sick, fighting for her life. And then next thing you know, she's like standing, walking, talking, fine. she realizes she's not sick at all. She's like, my mom's been lying to me and abusing me this whole time. So she gets homeboy to kill her. They dip. They go back to homeboy's house with his parents. And they're like, oh, and he's like, Gypsy's going to live with us for a while. And they're like, oh, okay. They don't ask any questions, nothing. And
I always thought that was weird. I don't mean to cut you off. Not specifically that situation, but people in general. Like, when we were younger.
And they're like teens.
Yeah, like, when we were teenagers, there would be two teenagers, specifically in high schools, dating. But then, like, either the boy got kicked out of his house, apparently, or the girl got kicked out of her house, apparently. And then the other person's parents would let them just move in and live with them. Mm-hmm. I'm like, as an adult now, looking back at it, I'm like, yeah, I don't know how I would feel about that.
Like, you're not going to ask no questions to the other parents or nothing?
I would have to ask so many questions before I allow another, like, if Kingston had a girlfriend and like, hey, she got kicked out of her house, she going to be staying here for a while. Nigga, first of all, you ain't making those kind of calls.
Who you think you are?
That's literally what happened.
You're not making this kind of calls in this house. Secondly, I have so many fucking questions before I even think about letting this chick step foot in my house.
It's wild, bro. So long story short, cops pull up, they find them. And this is where it's not funny, but they had the murder weapon and the gloves mailed to the boy Nick, the guy's mom's house. So they mailed the murder weapon and the gloves to themselves so they could get rid of it. But long story short,
why don't y'all, drive down the road, then casually toss it miles and miles and miles away from
they're both like a little. And so then they're like, she starts freaking out. She's like, I want to go home. He's like, you can't go home. She's like, that's the only smart thing this nigga said. She's like, we got to go. I'm freaking out. My mom's just sitting there. She's dead. Like, who's going to check on her and know, like, that she's dead? So then they decide, okay, this is how it all comes down. She's like, all right, let's post on her Facebook. And he's like, and say, like, hey, I hacked the Facebook. I've murdered that bitch. Like, and so they go on there and they're acting like they're the murderers because they are. And they're like, yeah, Dee Dee's dead. She's in the house. Like, that posting on Facebook. And that's how they found them. Like, the cops end up finding out that they were in Wisconsin because they beeped the location. So they arrested both of them. And then they were going to try them together for murder, obviously. And then Gypsy basically, shout out to her lawyer, because her lawyer pretty much saved her life and was like, I see that you've been abused your whole life. Your mom did this, and that. You basically have to sell it to the public and to the jury that you should get a separate trial because you didn't technically perform the murdering. Like, you didn't actually do anything. And you just were talking out of hate, like, to this boy, and he acted on his own accord. I don't think that's what happened at all. But long story short, she ended up getting 10 years.
He got life.
The guy got life. He's still in jail for life. And she just got out. Actually, she got off on good behavior. She only did 8 years of the 10.
So now she's doing a whole bunch of press runs and whatnot. And there's a lot of people that are like, she doesn't really deserve this type of, like, she really should be doing more time than she actually is doing. Then there's this other side that does feel a lot of sympathy for her just based on the circumstance that she was subject to for the majority of her life growing up. So there's a real split down the middle on it. And on one end, I just feel, I don't know, man. I don't know why we just allow people to get away with this shit. I don't know why we allow this to take place. It just doesn't add up to me because we got people that are accessories to murder and like openly telling that they are, and we're gonna sit here and be like, no, she didn't really like mean it, but then he took it and was like, he's crazy, so he did it. Which he was crazy, but you incited it. You got the objects that he ended up using to commit the crime, and then want to act like I wasn't really involved in what ended up taking place. I didn't come up with the ideas to get on the Facebook and do this and that. That is so hilarious to me.
Like, people are worshiping her. Like, the media is worshiping her.
It away.
Like, we hope she lives her best life. Like, she's on talk shows, TV show. Like, she is doing, like, literally a whole press tour.
I would argue, though, she doesn't really have another choice in order to make money. Because she can't really work a normal job, can she?
Yes, she can. Yes, she can.
Secondly, what's going to get you more views? These media don't give a fuck whether it's good or bad. As long as it's going to get them views.
That's true.
For real.
Gypsy Rose, the hottest story right now. They don't give a fuck. And yeah, they know people going to tune in and see that. And especially if you watch the movie or the documentary on it, you're going to tune in and watch it. So let's go ahead and get Gypsy Rose on this.
They was doing interviews when she was in jail. Still.
In a sense.
True.
In a sense that she was sheltered her whole life. She didn't really get to experience life. She trying to find a way to say it. I'm not saying that she's not wrong, but she didn't get to experience life to like truly. She didn't get to bump her head and learn from her mistakes growing up. Like when you're young, your mom tell you not to touch the stove because it's hot. Some people have to actually touch the stove and burn themselves. Like, oh damn! Like, all right, let me leave this shit alone.
Yeah.
She didn't get to make mistakes growing up because her mom did so much of her shit for her. I'm not saying like if she went to jail for life, I'd be like, oh, it's fucked up. But at the same time, I get the sympathy part because she didn't get to make the mistakes and learn from them in life. I don't think I really have a feeling on how she feels. Because if she was like going on a murder spree and murdering people, then yeah, she needs to be locked up. Or if she was like accessory to it, like how he was, like he killed her mom and like, damn, I kind of want to go kill somebody else. And she like is around while he's doing it, then yeah, I think she deserved to get life. But after that, it's like, if she got life, cool. If she didn't get life, she served 10 years or 8 years, however long. All right. That's just how I look at it because I don't really have a feeling for it. Even though she planned the whole thing and got her mom up out of here, her mom kind of brought it on herself.
That's what that's what a lot of people's argument is
Yeah.
for whether justifying this crusade to support her en masse.
I'm not saying her mom deserves to die, but the shit you put your daughter through, and in the moment she get a little bit of freedom, and somebody crazy enough comes into her life, and he get the opportunity to do it, you opened yourself up to it. Instead of you didn't get to warn your daughter of potential people out there and have her go out there and experience life and then be like, okay, this dude's crazy. Let me stop talking to him. And, got to be a teenager and got to experience life. She didn't get to do any of that. So the first person outside of her mom that's going to give her attention, she's going to grab hold of that motherfucker. And it happened to be a mentally ill person who drove from another state to come over all the way to see her. And it's like, yo, I'm willing to kill your mom for you.
I need that energy. No.
Like, I'm willing to kill your mom for you. And you mad enough at me because you found out the shit I put you through. And you mad enough at me, you found a dude who's willing to kill me for you. Like, in a dark, twisted way, that's the karma her mom got for herself.
I don't think he should have got life personally.
Why? I'd love to explain that one to me. I think life is justified.
I think so. I think
I would have to listen to all the facts, but like depending on his degree of mental, he was manipulated.
No,
manipulated by a person that was also manipulated. But I felt like he was also trying to use that as a way to isolate and get closer to her because right after that, they just go stay with his family and do all this different, it could be another situation where she would end up eventually feeling trapped again.
But also, you could say Gypsy is a mentally ill person.
Exactly. Yeah. So this is like three mentally ill motherfuckers all in one roof one night.
Her mom basically manipulated her whole life, twisted her thinking, put her through all this shit. Her saying that to him and like planning it out, they truly both didn't think. Like you kind of understand the repercussions of if you was to kill somebody.
Yeah.
Until you actually do it and then you just drive off and think ain't nothing gonna happen to you. Like you kind of freaking out because it's sitting on your conscience. Mm-hmm. Like they're both was mentally ill. I think he deserves life in the sense that because he was that easily motivated to kill somebody, like without a second thought, be like, I'm about to go kill your mom. Somebody like that needs to be under surveillance at all times. If you can love somebody that much or be manipulated that easily into going to murder somebody, then I'm scared to have that type of person out on the street because anybody can manipulate you or set you off to the point where you want to murder somebody.
True. Yeah, it's
You done with it?
Yeah, maybe she should have got like 15.
I just don't. And then also, I just don't think she should have been glorified. Like, she shouldn't be glorified in the BDU.
Yeah.
And she's like, I know murder is wrong.
Ted Bundy,
though?
glorified.
Yeah. That's what I feel like
Jeffrey
it's
Dahmer
the
is
same,
glorified.
not the same level, but.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not the same level, but we glorify negativity or messed up things.
Yeah.
People were watching Jeffrey Dahmer, like the Jeffrey Dahmer show or the Ted Bundy show with Zac Efron. And women legit was getting turned on watching these motherfuckers during this shit.
That's wild.
Ignoring the shit that they're doing or they're
Yeah.
representing in this, but they getting turned on by the show. Like,
Yeah.
that's really fucked up, but it's because we glorify the shit so much. People are able to, in a sick, twisted way, separate the art from what actually happened.
Mm-hmm.
I'm turned on by the art. But if this is like, if I was to witness these actual things that happen, I wouldn't be turned on by it.
Yeah.
But because it's not affecting me directly, I'm turned on by this. Like, it's messed up. Like, we glorify negativity because the positive stuff don't get the same effect as the negative stuff.
Yeah.
It doesn't draw the same type of jarring reaction or anything like that.
No, you don't get that same. But it's the same thing with the Cat Williams thing. Cat Williams, that's like the second highest grossing podcast episode of all podcasts of all time.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Nigga.
Like,
It's been a week.
And all he did, like, shit on a lot of fucking people. Think about how fast that episode blew up and how much it's still talked about compared to, like, what's some positive news y'all heard this week? Like,
the Lions in the playoffs. Come on. Now.
Michigan wins a national championship,
and Michigan
baby.
got the daddy. Come on now. Michigan's
the
in
only
a
good news I got,
good vibe right now.
But what I'm saying is, like, shit like that, like, people are still talking about the Cat Williams shit a whole week later after it happened. Versus, and we're struggling to talk about something positive that was in the news or came across our timelines.
Yeah, that's true.
It's true. Not a whole lot of positive stuff that gets put out there.
Even
for
if
us
you
to
do
even
put it out
digest.
there
Yeah.
and you talk about it, you ain't gonna get the same reaction as
It's
talking
not
about some fucked up
received.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. This is not the same. Next topic I wanted to hit, the flying felon. He's Superman
Is that what
that
they're
hoe.
calling him?
Somebody had, I gotta show you one of the edits that somebody had did.
I've heard flying squirrel. I mean, he
I got
he
another
5-star frog splashed her. Swanton bomb.
Did y'all see the pictures of him when he was brought back to court? When he
Yeah.
had to
Yes.
again?
And you see the video? There's a video with the new judge.
He was on the
Telling
side.
him all of his-
apparently it was the same judge that had him come back. But the part that's pissing me off is because people are saying he doesn't deserve to be put in chains and all that stuff like that. Like, y'all
What do
really
you mean?
y'all are making him feel less than a human about, like, nigga,
Look at you
we
say that.
saw him attack the fucking judge.
A federal official.
Yes, he needs to be like that.
Literally saw a man take flight.
Because when he
With no hesitation.
because the first time when he went and attacked the judge, he didn't have handcuffs on or anything
Mhm.
like that. They treated him like a
Because
respectable.
he was
gave him
out
a
of court
chance?
though, or he wasn't in jail at the time. He was out.
But still, he had no handcuffs on and all this shit. We treated you respectfully. You then attacked the judge. So yes, next time you come in front of the judge, like, and to bring him back in front of the judge, that same judge is fucked up. Blah, blah, blah. Nigga,
she wanted to be back.
That
there,
was the
first of
same
all.
judge?
Yes.
Oh, she looked different in the clip.
No, nigga, if I'm a judge and you assault me, nigga, yes, I want you to come back to this courtroom.
Yeah.
Ain't no fucking way. But I gotta show y'all this clip of somebody had edited. Y'all played Super Smash Bros. Before, haven't y'all?
Yeah. Who has it?
That's funny as
Stop,
shit.
bro.
So what he was originally in there getting tried for, because he was trying to get probation. His original charge was for beating somebody with a baseball bat.
What?
It's
Yes.
believable that he beat somebody with a baseball bat. If you
Yes.
attack
No,
him.
the way he was talking, because he was like,
He was trying to.
"Yeah, I'm not doing any illegal activity currently. Like, I haven't been. I've been changing." I thought he just had like a little
No.
minor infraction.
He was told to go to jail for it ended up being like 19 to 48 months is what he was gonna be tried for. And then
So 19,
he was like, nah,
19 months, so a year and a half up to
4 years.
Nigga, with good behavior, nigga, you might get out on good that year and a half, 2 years.
For
now
real.
you in there for life. Now you ain't getting out.
So he ended up coming back, and he is gonna do some time in between that, I guess. And then he got additional charges put on him. Obviously,
Nigga, you attack a federal judge.
Extortion with force, coercion with force, battery on a protected person, and attempted murder of an older person. And if he gets found guilty just on that last one, attempted murder of an elderly person, that's 40.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
That's 40 by itself.
Well, we got video proof of you
Duh.
possibly attempting murder.
His does he even have a? Oh, he doesn't have a lawyer, does he?
Nigga, his lawyer sitting there with the cigarette, like,
Like that meme.
And then he was like, "Nah, fuck that," and it took off. I felt so bad for it. And like the one court clerk, he had to give a bunch of stitches on his face. One guy dislocated his shoulder. All this different stuff just from that.
That nigga was athletic. You know how tall the judge's seat is?
Her injuries could have been way worse, honestly, if them niggas just stepped in to save her.
And he cleared it. He cleared it.
Her injuries could have been way worse if her desk wasn't that high.
Yeah, if he just would have walked
just
right
a
up.
straight tackle. Oh my god.
Yeah, if he had a straight shot at her, Roy, that nigga flew over the desk.
Fire her security squad.
You know how
'cause
impressive
they
that
did
is?
that.
To full on run and dive. Not even like you put your hands to give you an extra boost. That nigga dove, cleared
Like
that
his
bitch.
body didn't touch it at all.
Yo,
barely.
that
Maybe a
nigga
toe.
Need to stop misbehaving, nigga. Join the Olympic team. We need you,
Bro,
damn.
Simone Biles is on it. Y'all know her.
Flying.
Bro, that one video, by the way, that's Gabby Douglas. Dude, I was doing that Dougie, not Simone Biles.
No, somebody said that too. I see in the comments
That's
somebody
why.
My sister texted me the other day. She was like, "Tell Clayton."
I'm like, how have I never heard of this?
Gabby, that was not Simone Biles.
But you know what's crazy though too? Also,
That makes it better. That makes it better.
when I went and searched up that video, I typed in Simone Biles Dougie, and that video popped up. So don't blame me for having my facts that wrong.
You trying to say we all look alike?
Oh God, bro! Hey, look, I believed it. I fell for it.
The video's on Twitter, and I typed in Simone Biles Dougie, and that's what popped up. So my apologies, Simone Biles. You got it. I didn't mean to go as hard on you as I did in the last episode because when I was editing, I'm like, damn, I'm really digging it.
He's like, with your whack ass
called it out
Dougie.
after like the fourth time. I'm like, damn, nigga.
I'm like, I didn't realize I was going.
You ain't
out.
got no moves. Just cooking her.
I typed in Simone Biles Dougie. That's what popped up. I'm like, oh, damn. But now that makes sense. Now that also makes sense why Mondo got confused.
Yeah, because
he thought it was
he
her,
immediately
yeah.
because he was saying that was Gabby Douglas and everything, or that's
Yeah,
what he was
saying that was Simone
remembering.
He thought it was her the whole time.
Then he got on the phone, called like, nigga, I thought I had her confused with Gabby Douglas. I'm like, oh shit. See, I was wrong. I was talking confident as fuck.
It was what was funny about it when Mondo was saying stuff. It was lining up with things that Simone Biles has had against her.
Yeah.
She can't do certain moves because she's that good.
Yeah.
They
She
have
has
to
made
restrict her.
Yeah.
Nigga. So when he said, I'm like, yeah, like no, you right. See, this nigga know what he talking about. You sound
right.
dumb. I'm like,
You know what's crazy? Like I said, I don't watch the Olympics. I had no idea, nigga. My whole defense was that fucking Dougie, and I was dogging the wrong person.
defense was that Dougie.
he had the wrong starting point.
I had the
Oh my
wrong fucking person. The
God,
whole
bro.
I'm dogging the shit out of her. If we was a bigger podcast, Simone Biles would be like, what the fuck is he talking about? Simone Biles would have put out a fucking video dissing me and hitting the Dougie.
Oh, God. You gonna find some random tape from you in the club back at the spot.
She should just
Hitting the
inbox
fucked
you
up
or
Dougie.
her hitting that shit. Like,
chest was out and everything, going hard on that fucking Dougie. Whole time is the
you
wrong
pulled
fucking
up the
person.
clip and everything.
I was like, damn, is it that serious? And then he did. I was like, damn.
The sad thing
maybe
is,
it
I
was.
couldn't even see. I was just like, yeah, that's her.
I had no idea. Fucking Josh saw the video. Was like, yeah, that's her. See, we all didn't know.
We
that
all
was
were
her.
like, yeah.
I didn't know what she looked like when she was younger.
Yeah.
But how old is she? I don't know.
Oh.
I can't tell in the video. Like, it was kind of grainy, too. I would never get you confused, Queen. You the
My
prize.
bad.
Hey,
Only reason I had you confused is because I don't watch the Olympics. And I typed in Simone Biles Dougie, and that video literally popped up. Not one person in that bitch said Gab.
look, bro. And the thing is, too, they be wearing the same drip. It's like the blue American drip at the Olympics.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it made it a little bit harder to distinguish.
Niggas is niggas.
Without a fine tooth.
No, I ain't gonna say that.
About the fucking
I see what white people go
Olympics
through now.
squad.
Shit.
Like,
The white people weren't gonna comment at all. They were like, "Yeah, that's her." What do you mean it's
Anyway.
not her?
what's another one?
Kind of wanted to do playoff predictions for
Let's go.
for this year. Ain't a whole lot of stuff been going on. We got the number 1 or number 3 seed.
We should be number 1
Let's speak on it.
because San Fran lost the last game, but they rest their starters.
Yeah, because they had it locked in. If that game we played against the Cowboys, we won that, they couldn't
The
have
game
rested
we
them.
won that we got robbed, we would have been number 2. And
Yeah.
if San Fran would have sat the starters
We
and
would've
then
cooked.
lost, we would be in the number 1 spot right now. We would be on the bye week and have Sam Laporta healing up for that game.
Facts.
But
Yeah.
instead, the NFL script came out. We gotta have Cowboys be number 2 because in the NFL East, what's the name? NFC East, no same team win the division every year. It's always a different team winning the division that year. It's Cowboys' year to win it. We're gonna put them number 2. Eagles all of a sudden nosedive, forget how to play football. They're
What
gonna
the
go down
fuck
number
is-
5.
Facts.
The Lions, who we gonna have y'all first home game? Bam. Matthew
Matt
Stafford and the Rams come in.
homecoming.
So now Jared Goff get to go against his old team. Matt Stafford get to play a playoff game against his old team in his old home. Perfect script writing. And
That's
nobody
true.
cares about the Buccaneers. The Packers, it's whatever. They
Whack,
in.
whack.
And then the AFC, the Ravens been dominating. Nobody really care about the AFC because really it's looking like the Ravens going to come out of it.
Yeah, it's the Ravens to lose. in
Pat
my opinion.
Mahomes got nobody. He throwing the ball to nobodies.
Yeah, I was like, the Bengals not in it. The Bills. This
The
is
Bills might come.
probably their last really good chance at it, in my
They ain't
opinion.
going to go nowhere, bro.
Like, not at least not for a couple of years. This is their last good chance for a couple of years.
The only reason they playing better is because they actually are running the ball. I said this last year.
Mhm.
They don't have a running game. It's Josh Allen running the ball or throwing it. That's why they was predictable. Now y'all have James Cook who actually can run the ball. It's like, okay, now they're looking like an actual decent team. All y'all needed was a run game.
Let
I
him
use
cook.
them on franchise, bro. I be going crazy with them.
That's all I'm saying, bro. Yeah, I think it might be Ravens and Bills in the AFC Championship game, though. Because Pat Mahomes don't have nobody to catch the ball. The Browns, even though they got Joe Flacco who steps up in the playoffs,
Yeah.
that Ravens defense is scary.
Yeah, I mean, but the Browns defense is just as effective, and it's a division rival, so that game is going to be close, just irregardless of anything else. Like, no matter how good Lamar and offense been playing, that game's not going to be a blowout.
I don't
just
think it's
don't
going to
see
be a
it.
blowout. I'm just saying, like, right now, Lamar Jackson has some actual receivers he can throw the ball to.
Mhm.
And their defense is the number 1 defense. Is I don't know, man. That offense is looking scary because they got a run game and they got receivers that can actually play. That was Lamar's biggest downfall. He never had receivers he could throw the ball to.
Mhm.
All he had was Mark Andrews. Now he has legit receivers.
Yeah, it's a really good opportunity for them to actually go somewhere this year. I think you think the Chiefs gonna lose in the first round. They play the Dolphins first.
It's supposed to be real, real cold, by the way.
Chiefs winning that. Miami don't play good against
like real
good
cold.
teams. Miami don't play good against teams that's actually decent. So
or in the cold.
And I feel like the Chiefs are gonna just randomly start balling and feeling like they want to ball out.
So Chiefs,
They're like, oh, it's playoffs now. Yeah,
Browns, Texans. C.J. Stroud's first playoff game had an amazing first season.
Browns.
I'm rooting for the Texans.
I want to root for Texans because I fuck with C.J. Stroud.
I gotta go with the plot. I do it for the plot.
I fuck with C.J. Stroud, Tavier Thomas. That's my brother's best friend. I fuck with Tav. I'm rooting for y'all, but that Browns defenses look scary. But you get to play against your old team though, bro. So,
damn, didn't C.J. Stroud lose his number one receiver? I think
Tank Dell.
Yeah, he lost.
I think he lost Nico Collins too.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take the Browns in that one. I'm not gonna lie.
Myles Garrett, you can't stop Myles Garrett. What's the next game?
Bills and Steelers.
Bills.
Bills.
The Steelers are in the playoffs.
T.J. Watt's not playing.
I didn't know that.
Mike Tomlin always makes some magic happen at the end of the
season.
Mike Tomlin
How do they always do this?
Mike Tomlin been coaching, I think, 17 seasons.
17.
And he's never had a losing record. In 17 seasons, he's the only coach
to
ever
shit.
coach this long and never have a below 500 record.
But yeah, they losing that game. Cowboys, Packers. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. They cannot really stop. They can't stop the run very well. So I feel like if the Packers can run the ball on the Cowboys, they could stand a really good chance.
They will run the ball. AJ Dillon and I'm drawing a blank on their number one running back.
I can't think of his name right now.
I'm pissed. I'm drawing a blank on Green Bay's number one running back. Anyway, Green Bay won it. I cannot stand the Cowboys. Not even because of the game we lost.
I've never liked them.
I just can't stand the Cowboys. I don't care who they're going against. Whoever they go against, I'm going for that team. So I'm going for Packers.
I can't root for the Packers. I can't do it. It's against my
religion. In good faith. Cause I know you an A-Rod boy. Your heartstrings are still a little tied to the state of Wisconsin.
I'm not a Packers fan.
Treacherous.
I'm not a Packers fan. I'm a Jets fan right now. But I'm a Packers fan for whenever they play.
Guess what A-Rod's doing right now? Nothing. Because he tore his ACL. Next.
No, he's having a
and he won't be doing anything ever again. That's about it. He ain't even doing that anymore. They say he off.
Hit a bird for Jimmy Kimmel?
Yeah. Because he alleged Jimmy Kimmel's going to be on Epstein's list.
I thought they already said he was. Allegedly.
Jimmy Kimmel made jokes about Aaron Rodgers being immunized a while ago. And then months later, like last weekish, I think, Aaron Rodgers on Pat McAfee show, they was talking about the Epstein Island list. And he's like, I can't wait to see whack jobs like Jimmy Kimmel show up on that list or blah, blah, blah.
That's funny.
Jimmy Kimmel got really offended by that and went on Twitter and talked shit about Aaron Rodgers. And Aaron Rodgers went back on the Pat McAfee show the other day.
No
and
shit.
Talk about it. So they've been having a back and forth about that. I understand Jimmy Kimmel being mad because, like, if anybody accused me about being on the Epstein list, I'll go crazy. But in the same time, you made a joke on me a while ago, so now I'm making a joke on you. And you going...
There's levels.
There's levels, yeah.
It is levels. You know, but I did say a while ago, too, if you allege pedophilia on my name, all bets are off.
That's career ruining.
That's true.
Is it, though? Because everybody on this Epstein list, allegedly, everybody on this Epstein list control a lot of fucking things, so it ain't career ending. True. You might not have your talk show, but
a personality like that, I think
you might not have a talk show, but you're gonna have the money.
Yeah.
So I forgot what I was about to say.
Anyway, we need to go back on these games.
Rams, Lions. I got the Lions winning that. Oh, I got Cowboys winning the other game, by the way.
Ugh. I can't believe you said that out loud. I can't believe you recorded that.
He gonna clip that whole scene out. Like
they're gonna lose. They're gonna lose in the divisional round.
Facts.
To the Detroit Lions. because that's who they're gonna be playing.
And that's another thing. I kind of want to see that.
I need that
It's for
rematch.
the plot. It's for the plot.
The way Matthew Stafford balling though, I don't want him to ruin our. Anyway, I'm going with the Lions though.
Yeah, I'm going with the Lions for sure.
MCDC gonna have us ready.
I'm delusional.
Because I think we want to play that Dallas. I think we want to play Dallas.
Oh my
game.
God, that just scared the shit out of me. I'm not even drinking. I'm over here like, oh
You
my
outta here?
God. My heart's racing. I was like,
You wanna
what's
come out
that?
though real quick?
Yeah.
Football.
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 Oh,
shit.
don't fall. Is that how you feel about football?
I was about to say we
Is
can
that
talk
how
about
bad
something
you
else
like?
real quick.
Yeah.
Yes. That's about to be at the end of the clip. Just
But actually, we got like at the last 5 minutes in it, so it's gonna be in there.
Okay.
What's next?
So we all got Lions, Eagles, Buccaneers.
Eagles.
I don't know, bro.
Eagles.
You think the Bucks about to get that?
Have you
Eagles.
seen the Eagles?
They've been
the
playing
last
horribly.
5 weeks of the
Yeah.
season.
They've
But
been
they lost
playing-
like the last 5.
They've
Been
lost.
1-4 or
They,
1-5.
in the last 6 games, they've lost 5 games out of their last 6. I'm going with the Eagles only because I have no faith in Baker Mayfield, and I just think they're due for a W.
Yeah.
So
They're due. They could be due for a W. Them,
This can't be how their
My
story
opinion,
ends.
They can't defend the pass, bro.
I don't
can't.
really have a.
Mike Evans is gonna cook.
AJ Brown can cook, and so no. Devontae Smith was lost. I think they lost
They-
Devontae Smith.
Yeah, like they got hella injuries, and Jalen Hurts not 100% too.
Oh.
Give me the Bucks.
Damn.
Man.
That one could go either way, potentially,
Bucks.
probably.
Anyway,
That was the last
what's
game,
the AFC? We went over the AFC. Oh yeah, we did.
Damn.
All right. We still got 4 more minutes to kill.
Side note, have y'all seen the it's not funny, the TikToks about Lamar Jackson and how like sports media talks about him?
Oh yeah. They wanna-
They're
they
so
talk-
disrespectful.
They do not want to give Lamar Jackson his credit.
None.
They've been
None.
dogging him since his draft day. They say he's more of a running back than he is a quarterback.
Yeah.
Then he goes out, win the MVP, and have a dominant season as a fucking quarterback. Then one reporter said that Lamar tucking the ball and running, he confuses a lot of the defenses because they wear black jerseys. He had black skin, so the ball blends in with them. So
No, for real. It's not
Lamar
even
Jackson,
funny.
so Lamar Jackson wore white gloves and white shirt up under it, so the ball couldn't blend in with him. The next game,
They be eating him up on the
Mhm.
media. Eating him up.
they say Lamar can't win a playoff game. He won a playoff game that year.
And he about to win
They-
another one.
They say Lamar can't do anything, but then he's not worth the money that he wants. But they say he's not going to get the contract he wants because he doesn't have a real agent. He has his mom representing him. He got the contract he wanted. Then they said he's not that good of a QB. He don't make anybody better. He get receivers, legit receivers. Have one of his best seasons,
Cooking.
dominant. I'm a Lamar Jackson fan. I hate the Baltimore Ravens. It's hard for me to root for them. I want Lamar to win, but not at the expense of the Ravens winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
If Lamar Jackson went anywhere else besides the Ravens and Cowboys, I would root for him like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
No, I feel that for sure. So, yeah, I do hear a lot of that too. I mean, even a little bit about the MVP type of conversation this year, just because overall it felt like nobody was really standing out enough. At one point, like 5 weeks in, it's Brock Purdy. 5 more weeks go by, then I don't even know who it was.
Prescott.
Tua, Dak.
Dak Prescott's MVP is
And then
crazy.
fast forward to the end of the season, Dak, even though Dak has good stats low key, he it still they don't even really bring him up in the MVP conversation despite it all. But Lamar Jackson, he doesn't have like the super gaudy numbers, but he's doing everything that an MVP should be doing and leading their team to wins.
The thing
Facts.
is,
He's been doing it against all the best teams too, though.
if the Ravens lose Lamar Jackson, they're significantly worse. If
Exactly.
the Cowboys lose Dak Prescott, the Cowboys can plug and play somebody. They might not be able to extend the plays and everything like that, But with CD Lamb, when you throwing the ball, we seen it with Cooper Rush. Cooper Rush played 4 games and went 4-0. Not this season, but like when the last couple seasons when Dak got injured, Cooper Rush come in and wins. They put Tyler Huntley in for Lamar Jackson. Y'all be competitive. Y'all might win a game or two, but y'all don't win like when y'all got Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Also, too, if you look at that Lions game, if you look at that Lions game we had against them, Dak and them normally put up 40 points at home. We held them to 21. And to be honest, we held them. If we want to be honest, like if dude didn't try to make Dak fumble the ball in the touchdown, if he legit tried to sack him and get that safety, CeeDee Lamb don't get that 92-yard touchdown, especially if dude doesn't trip.
A kind of fluke.
Mm-hmm.
That was us fucking up. If we didn't fuck up right then and there, they put up 14, 17 probably max.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
true. We're not even in a situation where we gotta go for 2 and be in that fucked up situation. It'd be one. If you look back at any game, it can always come down to 1 or 2 plays where that slight change of focus or slipping concentration lead to a game just slipping out your fingers.
and if you have a dominant receiver to throw the ball to,
Yeah,
you can look much better than
he can erase a lot of mistakes.
But that's going to do it this week, y'all. It was a fun conversation, especially about Attack on Titan. Then me being wrong about Simone Biles. What's y'all encouraging words?
Encouraging words don't look the same.
Lions to the Super Bowl.
That'd be wild if we actually made it. Shit, what else did we talk about? Aaron was right. Wow. Start the
I'm
run.
not coming back next week.
Should I do the outro song on that? On the video?
Yep.
Fuck it, we'll get copyright strike for it. Fuck it. All right, y'all, that's going to do it this week. I'm Claytism.
Jay Smooth.
Alisha.
Signing out. Peace.
Peace.